everybody. I'm so honored to make the toast to humanity tonight. It feels so good to be able to do this. It's such a special thing to do. And so I'd like to first make a toast to, I was in a therapy appointment today, earlier this afternoon, and I talked a little bit about the 5-year-old me. And how much I'm trying to reconcile that 5-year-old me to 39-year-old me. And I know a lot of us feel that way. There are lots of things, even as Michelle was telling her story, I could kind of resonate because, there's so many times as children that adults and parents, without their knowing, assign different roles and responsibilities to us. And we hold on to those things throughout adulthood. And sometimes they threaten to destroy us. And so today I had to reconcile with 5-year-old Chimére, the little girl who was told that she talked too much, she did too much, she felt too much. And understand that all of those things I was told is creating and crafting who I am today. And so it's giving me the strength to do what I'm doing today. And I know it's giving perhaps Michelle and Eric the space to do what they're doing. And it's giving all of us who are joining tonight the space to do what we're doing and taking the leadership. So I toast, instead of just toasting my 5-year-old selves, I toast our 5-year-old selves, because each of us has something that impacted us even as young as 5 and that we're still making peace with. And so I toast to us for doing what we can now in leadership to reconcile and to make peace with our 5-year-old selves. And I hope that whatever we do in our lives can honor that space when we were children and also connect who we are as adults with that child. So toast to us, toast to our 5-year-old selves, and toast to who we are becoming today. Yep. Clink, 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 clink.
Clink.
Yeah.
What I aspire to do is to start conversations and to help be a part of the connectivity of that.
So you have been on fire. I think every single post I've done on Instagram, I've found some different version of fire, because I'm like, how do I even express this? She's on fire. So what is it? Was it Wednesday you testified before Congress?
It was.
Just so people can get a sense of your true badassery, if you will.
Yeah.
Can you share some key highlights or keystone moments regarding the work that you've done?
I think who I am right now was probably who I was always supposed to be. It just took something very tragic to make me bust out of a shell or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And so I am very grateful that the mouthy person that I was as a child is now becoming something that people on some levels can resonate with, because it's not just talking. I'm really trying my best to show people that I understand, I'm empathetic, and to resonate, with them. And I'm trying very hard to be very consistent with my mission and what I'm intending to do. And the thing about being a newfound or newly minted advocate is that I don't know what the heck I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning from you. I'm learning from Body Politic. I'm learning from the Long COVID Alliance. I'm learning from Cynthia and Candace. I'm learning from people who know more than me about how to do this thing. So some of the things recently was the Congress hearing, and I'm blessed that people see me and then they ask me to be a part. I used to think a lot about why people wanted me to be a part of certain things in this last year. I would question and I would be very, very cautious. And I'm still kind of cautious about it. But I also I also know that it is my responsibility to choose for myself what I want to do. And so in the last couple of weeks, I was asked to speak at that hearing. And I was just like, who you at? You're talking to me? You know what I mean? Like, what? But at the same time, knowing that I earned the right to be there, and I had something important to say. And I didn't just want to be and talk to Congress and talk about my symptoms and belabor that point. Although that's important, I wanted to tell them my honest thoughts about what I am experiencing and what people I know are experiencing. It would not have been a beneficial conversation for me had I not been able to express what I know other people need. And so I was honored to be there. It was a long day. I think I'm still recovering from it, and still kind of, I think this morning I allowed myself to just be like, oh, damn, like, you spoke to Congress on Wednesday, girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? So really relishing in that moment, because I'm a person that, I have my insecurities and I'm working my way through those, but, I always used to want to play the background. No, you go for, okay, no, But really having to really see that I deserve that moment, and I don't think I wasted it. So I'm very, very proud of that. And then I was interviewed by PBS in December of last year. And something that the reporter said made me laugh so loud. Right. And so as I was laughing with her, I said, yeah, girl, like that. And it felt so good because I said to myself, right, and we never know where advocacy shows up. It's not always sending a letter or making a post. It's sometimes it can be in a girl, hey girl, you know what I'm saying? Because I thought to myself, I said, one of these days, the viewer is going to be a young Black girl who might be experiencing long COVID symptoms. And she may want to talk to somebody on the news, or she might be scared to do that. But if she hears that girl and she understands and she resonates with that meant for me to be able to be on national TV and be expressive that way, she may feel like she can get on TV and do the same. Yeah. And so it's little nuggets like that make me feel like I'm trying my best in advocacy. I never get on these platforms and pretend to know something that I don't. But one thing I will do is I will read as much as I can. And I try to lead with my heart when I speak. And so when I was a little girl at 11 years old, I won an oratory contest. And somebody said, one day you're going to be a powerful speaker. And I just was like, nah. And then it seems like all the steps of my life have taken that same path. To teach for 5 years in front of fickle middle school kids, you got to know how to do something right. So speaking to Congress and being my real self as I advocate is something that is very important to me. When I wake up in the morning and meditate, I try my best to put myself in the place of other people who may be suffering more than me, so that when I speak to these people, I can think about who I'm talking about, and that I never, ever will forget that. I hope Wilhelmina Jenkins said that advocacy is very, what did she say? She said it's very alluring or seductive, because sometimes we can get so caught up in being in the limelight. But I always say to myself and pray to God that I never get so egotistical and self-centered that I forget who I'm speaking for. So I try to lead with that, but I'm happy that I'm doing my best, and I want to do more. It's more than just talking to the media and stuff like that. And I'm trying to find ways to do that. What we say in church is to go outside your tent door is what I've had to do. And it's been difficult for me because I've had to kind of dismantle and shift my thinking to be like, okay, I can be in these spaces. I deserve to be here. It's cool. I don't have to be on guard all the time, right? And so I'm glad that I'm creating those lanes, and then I'm also helping other people create those lanes and spaces to do that. So I appreciate you saying that.
I feel like we're going to be connected.
Yeah,
until the day we die. Like,
yeah.
There's a strong connection in these moments.
And it is from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to do this work. Like, I'm sweating talking about this. And I think that's important to say, because the more we delve into these waters, man, it's just going to make a difference in how we do this. You know what I'm saying? And I can still advocate for my girls and still be here with you and connect with you. You know what I'm saying? So
entirely.
Yeah. And so it's and not pretending that nothing outside of this room exists, because we know stuff is happening in the world, right? But just being committed to this in this moment is what's important to me.